Hey people, D-Man here, and today I am reviewing a Netflix original movie, a net film, I guess. Space Sweepers. Now, I am going to do spoiler free first, and spoilers. It's really quickly spoiler free. This movie was actually pretty good. It's a little bit long. I will say it's a little bit on the longer side, which isn't too bad because they didn't fill it out with too much boring stuff or anything like that. So it's pretty good. The plot line, can't say right now because it's spoiler free. The plot line is actually fairly good. There's some stupid jokes in there, a few jokes that got kind of stupid, were kind of like meh. Uh, Sorry about that little pause there. But anyways, there's a few parts in there that I really didn't like for reasons that I'll get into spoilers. But they kind of ruined a few parts in there, and it was just kind of like, you know. Um, and there are some heart tugging parts in there as well, so that was pretty cool. Some heart tuggy parts where you felt kind of like, oh, that tugs on the heartstrings. um, but yeah, so the movie in general is about 2 hours and 16 minutes, and it was fairly good. If I were to rate this on a 1 to 10 scale, 1 being like the worst, 5 being average, 10 being like, oh my goodness, you gotta go watch this right now, I would rate this about, I would say like a 7, maybe even borderline 8, like a 7.9, somewhere around there. Very good. I would definitely suggest watching this. And it was very entertaining. Uh the plot line was pretty good, although kind of kind of lame in some aspects, but kind of good in other aspects. Good in other aspects. So yeah. So yeah, all in all, fairly good and I enjoyed it. And you should go watch it. But anyways, if you haven't watched it yet, go watch it and come back and watch the spoiler section because we're going into spoilers.
Just remind you to subscribe, hit that bell, like, comment, share this video, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok down below.
Okay, so spoilers. So, the plot of the film. Let's get into the plot before we get into really any good things or bad things. So, the plot of the film is based around these space ship people that are basically garbage salvagers. They go through space debris and they try to salvage it and they try to sell it and make money. That's what the people are, and that's what they do. Um, it's pretty, it's pretty interesting to say the least. It's pretty interesting. But on one of their journeys, they go to this one spaceship that they picked up, and they realize that there's a little girl inside that turns out to be maybe an android with a bomb in it. But then it turns out that she's actually a little girl because the people that said there was a bomb in it are evil, and the people that supposedly put the bomb in it are good. It's kind of confusing. It's confusing the way I explain it, but in the show you can understand it pretty well. um. Anyways, Earth is basically like wrecked because there's hardly any trees or anything, or there's no trees and stuff on it because corporations and stuff have ruined it. There's a corporation with a guy at the head of it who has quote unquote has saved humanity, but he says Earth is unsavable, so let's go to Mars and save Mars. So he basically saved humanity, quote unquote. Um, and then our main characters just have this little girl. They try to sell her off, but at the end they turn to a heart of gold, and they end up saving the day and saving the little girl from from the rich corporation person that tried to destroy the Earth with a bomb, and the little girl with the same bomb, because um so his motivations towards this, the main bad guy's motivations towards this is that he thinks uh people on Earth, not, I don't think he necessarily thinks Earth itself is, but people on Earth are just like diseased, and he only has like a select few that can go to Mars. But the people on Earth are all like, ew, like you're not good enough because you're some sort of disease or something weird. But whatever, I guess. So the people on Mars are good, but the people on Earth are like, bleh. Who knows his criteria of what's good and bad? But he's evil because that's the plot. So he's evil, and he makes everybody else think they're evil because he's rich and powerful, and he can make the news do whatever the hell he wants because he's rich and powerful. And he almost ends up destroying the world, but then our main group of good guys saved the day and saved the little girl. And it's pretty cool, except for there's a few parts that aren't cool. Like the plot line. Okay, so this is things I didn't like the most. First off, let's talk about the plot line. The plot line pretty good, but also at the same time pretty average and pretty predictable. It's pretty predictable to be like, he's probably gonna be the bad guy, and that's probably gonna be the good guys, and blah blah blah. Pretty easy to tell. Then there is so that's a downside. And then there's the final moment when they sacrifice themselves, but then it turns out the little girl saves them. Even though it said that bomb could destroy all the nanites, except for these indestructible nanites, I guess, which is kind of dumb, but okay, I guess. Like these indestructible nanites, they can't be destroyed, even by a bomb that said it would destroy all the nanites. But whatever, I guess. It doesn't. So that part doesn't make sense. It's kind of stupid. I really dislike that part, actually, that she was able to save them. Because it would have been way better if they died as heroes, and it would have made more sense. But, we had to make room for her saving their lives for no reason, I guess. But whatever, I guess. So that part was kind of annoying. The special effects, they were kind of average, to be honest. Yeah, they were kind of average. The acting was fairly good. The everything else was just fairly good, I guess. But I did have fun with it. There were some jokes in there, especially like some fart jokes and stuff. That I kind of was just like, man, that's not really funny, but okay. And there were some good plot lines in there that kind of made you like tug at your heartstrings. Like one of the main characters, he lost his daughter, and also his job because he got his daughter and stuff. But he lost her. She died, and then at the end they get to be reunited, and it's actually really cute and stuff. So yeah, like all in all, it's a pretty good show. It's got some dumb aspects to it. But I did enjoy it, and I think you will enjoy it as well. And yeah, I guess that's about it. So I hope you liked this. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification. That's the best way to keep up on my channel. Link down below to my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, our friends, stay sane. Peace. Shadow, my baby, I love you so much. You're my baby. And you love to sleep in the bathtub. 'Cause you're a weirdo. Shadow, look, buddy. Look over here.